Hey guys, Tyra here. Welcome back to another round of Race Mania here on BeamNG.drive using the Road Atlanta circuit going the complete wrong way. As you can see, the car at the front once again is the car that needs to win. It's the DS Sandstorm. And in second place, we have actually moving up one space now is the Vendetta Corporate Office. Which means in third is the only new car for this round. It's the 200EX, so it's an electric car, so it's got no engine sound or any sound at all, but it is the 400 version, so is it a 400EX? And this thing, as well, at least at the time of making this video, this is the closest thing in this game to my favourite ever car of the Nissan 300ZX, so it's in this colour because that's the colour I want mine in when I will eventually own one. And in fourth we have the Hopper CJD with those massive 35-inch wheels, and then at the back the Burnside limo, which survived the entirety of the last round, of the second lap, being pushed by the Vendetta because the engine had died because the thing had so much weight it just couldn't get pushed out of the way. So I'm going to go for this thing to actually take the win this time. I'll put everything out onto random. Get back on board now with the Sandstorm. Of course the Sandstorm has its lightning start once again. You get the it looks fairly good for me. You know, it's an automation car. I think it's one of the few that actually has an inside like camera angle, because all the other ones usually just say concept and don't really go anywhere. Okay, that's quite the dent on the EX already. And the Vendetta actually has a faster top speed, but the acceleration from the EX down this straight is enough for it to actually go faster, even though in terms on paper it's slow. Okay, that's quite a lot of wiggles from the Hopper, and now it's been sent around. Now it's going to go around hard into the wall to make contact and smash the front. I don't think that's broken anything though. I'd be very lucky if it hasn't. And then the Sandstorm's getting away a little bit still, as the Vendetta really slowing itself down now as the EX just ploughs its front nose into the back of it. The Hopper has got confused, has it? You know, all the wheels still look to be attached to the car, so I don't really know what it is doing. And then, does it still steer though? That's the main question. Yes, it does, kind of. A little bit. Although it is getting... Has anything happened up front first? Make sure we not miss anything else. Okay, everything's remained fairly tame so far. And let's get the... okay, I think the steering has actually broken on this car. I'm turning the trigger now, and the steering isn't doing anything. The steering's gone, the Hopper is already out. But I've got to put back into random, and I do whatever it wants for the next two laps for it, but I'll have to bit for everything else. It could still could still decide who wins this round if it takes out one of these cars. And then it's been quite the fight going on for second place now. The Burnside now right to the back. It doesn't look like it's taken any major damage though from annihilating the Hopper. The Vendetta's getting a little bit wiggly. It looks like he can hold it all so far. Of course, the EX now has to attack and defend, getting hit now from both directions now. Can the Vendetta just hold itself in? He's doing a good job, because this thing though, as we've seen before, it does ramp over the Sandstorm. Whereas the 200EX, I expect, will catch the front bumper on one of the wheels. So if anything wants to make contact with the Sandstorm first, if I was the Sandstorm, it would definitely be the Vendetta, because that's one car that I can definitely deal with it a lot easier. The Hopper's on its side, but that's not what's important right now. Is there going to be contact? No, there's not yet. The Vendetta actually pulls away a little bit. And it comes back on now. Now there's contact. Now the Sandstorm's been taken out. Actually, are they stuck together? Yes, they are. And now then they've both been taken off of the road. And now then the Sandstorm, it needs to win. The Hopper needs to get up, but the Sandstorm, the car needs to win, is now off the road, I presume still. Let's get the Hopper back the right way up. And then that's the fight for lead now between the 200EX and the Burnside. And let's try and get a hold now of one of these cars, let's try and separate them. I don't know, well this is one way of separating cars. Not the most ideal way, but it worked, and now this thing's upside down. That's the door I grabbed, not the bottom of it, but doesn't matter. Well, what does matter now is the front of it's fell off. That is an issue. Is the Sandstorm going in the right direction? It's okay. I've done interesting things to the roof, and it is going the wrong way out of all of that as well. So yeah, the roof I don't really know what else I'm meant to do to try and separate those cars, because I was trying to do it without pulling off the front of the Vendetta, because I knew it would do that, and it doesn't actually detach. It just sort of like, there's like an invisible like string that pulls it along. Although being in that position there is probably the best thing it's ever done. As the hopper, let's get this thing back on its wheels again, although it's probably given up by this point. Wouldn't be surprised. Engine is started off. I think that's the least of its issues right now. As they cross what is the official start finish line, the 200EX, I'm surprised, hasn't actually been shoved out of the way yet. The Sandstorm is having significant issues now. Not all too sure why, if I'm quite honest. The only thing I destroyed was the roof, so that's one of the rear wheels that's damaged. And then those are some bright lights on the EX, probably the brightest thing actually to take part in this series so far. Has the Burnside stolen part? It's all in the rear bumper of the 200EX. Now, they're going to get caught on the curb, because that could cause damage. From underneath the track, it looks like it's going to get away with it. Now, they're going to get the brakes are starting to cook on the Burnside. Now, that is a problem since this thing is just so heavy. Because it's a drag car, it's meant to have a parachute to stop it, not brakes that probably come with an actual Burnside in the first place. As the Vendetta is still moving at some pretty good pace. Considering, well, the only thing that's wrong with it really is the front of it fell off. Structurally wise, everything is good. Now then, the EX is actually pulling away, surprisingly. I mean, it's got that good acceleration from being an electric car. Although, I get the feeling the hopper is going to have a say in this. I'm going to have to do something fairly quickly if it is going to. They're both coming up to it now, and they're both going to get past, are they? Yep. That's the, well, it's not going to affect the fight for the lead anyway, because there's going to be at least 2 new cars in the next round, because there's no way the Sandstorm is going to win. No way it's actually going to continue getting around. Okay, it's got a puncture, that's why it's spinning out so much. Okay. That is some quite serious issues as well. Now then, it's the 200EXO that still leads now, up into the first corner. Now the Burnside with a huge piece of contact. I imagine that's more because he couldn't stop, more than that was the intentional game plan. And the hopper's got itself going. No, it hasn't. I'll say it was going the wrong way anyway, but the Sandstorm, I think, is just, at least it's going in the right direction, at least trying to anyway. The Vendetta has had some issues over the curbing by the looks of it. It has now found itself now in the gravel trap. The EXO is still surprisingly pulling away from the Burnside. The Burnside not looking almighty like I thought it would, and the hopper's on its side again. I mean, this thing, I had to help it every round so far, and it's got through with this help from the other times. This time is not going to be one of those situations. The Burnside once again with a huge ram, although it sent we just held it. I completely blanked on the name of the car there for a second, but it held it in the lead anyway, so nothing's actually changed out of that. Now then, the hopper, it's trying to do something. I don't know what that something is, but it's trying. And then, okay, double, oh dear, the wrist, what is that wheel? Is that even a wheel anymore? It is completely annihilated. What happened to this car? I know it launched over the curbs, that's pretty obvious. I know the hood, though, does fly away. Let's remove that from the car. Now then, it's made it unhappy, but it's still going okay-ish. It's going to get onto the second lap anyway, so if it starts wiggling like that anyway. And the EX, I don't know what the battery power range of that thing is, because all these other cars, they have enough fuel to do the 2 laps. I don't know, because that thing's battery powered. Okay, this might be an issue. The Sandstorm's just doing casual donuts on the racing line. And now then, it's going to be the 200EX that's going to come up to it first. And I've got a feeling it's going to have issues on the Burnside. Is trying to have a look around the outside line, is it? No, it ran out way wide there. It just couldn't hold it there. Too much weight in the Sandstorm. Well, it gets out of the way, probably not intentionally. And that's out of the way now of both of the cars. As the Vendetta is now onto the second lap of the race. Going very slowly. Let's see what I said there. The front of it just like gets magically pulled along for some reason. Now the 200EX, I know because it's an electric car, it doesn't have a fuel tank or anything, so I don't know if there's any other way other than it just like being too damaged or something for it to make it go out. I don't know if they could have like a puncture in the batteries or something like that. I don't think this game is advanced enough, especially with this being a modded car as well, to have something like that. And the rear window somehow survived out of everything. And now then, the Vendetta is wiggling its way up, and don't tell me this thing's going to hit the hopper. 3 of the cars are crippled, and 2 of them are now going to make contact with each other. It's going to be the slowest contact if they do, and now it wiggles its way around the outside. So a nice, like, evasive move kind of thing there from the Vendetta. Coming up now, going up to the finish line now, got this little straight to go. It looks like it's going to be the 200 EX 400 version. The closest thing in this game to my favourite ever car, in my favourite colour that I want it in. Coming up now to the finish line, and it's going to win, and that's officially now knocked out the Sandstorm, although it was lapped anyway, so it would have been out. Let's get on board now then with the Burnside limo, which is going to get across the finish line as well. It dropped out quite a bit in the end, so imagine just trying to conserve its brakes, really, just having to sure it has enough to actually cross the line with. Let's put that on stopping. I get a feeling though it's going to make quite hefty contact with the back here of the winning car. Now stopping, and oh, that's going to be quite hefty contact as well. That's the rear window gone, that's the spoiler gone. That is a lot of damage. And then let's get them going again. The Burnside though, that's going to go into the wall as well, isn't it? Because it can't stop. The brakes are done. So it just actually manages to get itself stopped. Although that's done quite the number on the back here. Does it still drive? I think it's also 4-wheel drive as well, so yeah. It actually still drives. I think even if it wasn't, if it was like rear-wheel drive or something, I think pretty sure it still would have drove. The hopper, I'm not fixing it again. The Sandstorm, it's trying, but now you just have to wait for the Vendetta to actually now get around to the finish line, to get around in 3rd place. If it actually, well, it will get here, but it's going to be a very long time until it actually does. And the Vendetta is actually managed to make it around. The wheel there is damaged because it did have an off, but is that the finish line? Yeah, it's crossed the line. I thought it was going that slowly. I thought there was another one to go. But the Vendetta, there's been... I had to wait... Actually, I did one AFK, and I was hoping this thing would get around. So the wheel got damaged somewhere, but it's made it round, and that's all that actually matters. So has the engine died now? No, it's still going, but I think this car has not much longer got left before it actually would have conked out. So now this thing actually made it round. Yeah, and then the hop is still on its side, and the it's actually going backwards now, the Sandstorm. So the indestructible car has met its match, and its match was a puncture. So the car now that we need to look out for is the 200 EX 400 version. So don't leave a like if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. There'll be links all down in the description below. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.